I wanted to do a video regarding this March for Our Lives crap and how it's a distraction from the real problems facing this country as far as violence goes. Now, and also how it's being used to glorify bullying, okay? Now, what you have to keep in mind is the main person in this, besides that David Hogg guy, who wasn't even at school, he admitted he wasn't even at school, is this girl, this Emma Gomez, who's apparently a descendant of Cuban immigrants who sought refuge in the United States from Cuba, which is a communist dictatorship, because it's not a very good place to live, obviously. Now, what's funny is you can tell by the way that she dresses and the way that she talks and the way she behaves that she is at heart anti-United States. Now, what's more important to understand is this. She had admitted to bullying Nicholas Cruz. Now, what's also crazy is what you see with Nicholas Cruz. Nicholas Cruz is Hispanic. You don't hear this being blown out of proportion that the dude was Hispanic, now do you? But I'm going to get back into this because I'm not going to dwell on that. What I am going to dwell on is this. These school shootings do not equal nearly as much death, maiming, and fatalities and other problems, property damage, etc., as black on everybody crime. Black crime is a monstrosity in the United States. It has destroyed whole areas, whole major cities like Chicago have been destroyed by black on everybody crime, and it is not being talked about. And the March for Our Lives is part of this distraction. What I thought was interesting too is Donald Trump is now all pro Second Amendment after he was talking about just basically stepping over the Second Amendment and taking people's guns in relation to this, in relation to Nicholas Cruz, just taking law-abiding citizens' guns without any due process whatsoever. Now, why is this important? Well, because what was funny is Donald Trump said, regardless, in a tweet, regardless of what the Democrats say, the Second Amendment will never be repealed. Now, I don't personally know of any Democrat, except for that one Supreme Court justice who's retired, but I do not know of any standing Democratic political figure that has ever been brazen enough, even Barack Obama, that has ever been brazen enough to say that we should repeal the Second Amendment. Okay? The only person I know of that has been so brazen as to say we should just step over the Second Amendment and ignore the fact that it exists is Donald Trump. I personally agree with modifying the Second Amendment to keep people. I actually agree with what some of these folks are saying. I believe that people that are receiving assistance for mental illness, if that's why you're receiving assistance, no, you should not own a firearm. That's easy. It's not hard. However, what they want to do is they want to expand it to people that anybody with a mental health history or a domestic violence history. Oh, well, the problem with that is domestic violence can be made up, and a lot of times it is, but the police have to deal with it as truthful. The other problem is mental illness, as I've dealt with in many, many, many videos, is almost entirely imaginary. Almost all psychiatrists, psychologists, therapists, etc., are vehemently anti-gun, anti-everything, anti-American, a lot of them are, because they do not like psychology and psychiatry draw liberals who see the United States as a white male patriarchy, okay? So you're going to, pass this through so psychiatrists can determine who can and cannot have a weapon? Now, this is very dangerous. This is dangerous speaking here, and it's being used to distract from the ultimate problem, which is black on everybody crime. If you want to stop gun violence, the main source of gun violence is illegal, unregistered weapons being used by black Americans in the inner cities. Not Hispanics, not illegal immigrants, not Islamic extremists, none of this crap, not school shooters, no. The main culprit of gun violence is black on everybody crime. And it's also the main source of all violent crime. This should be attacked by the president, which is why, with this stupid hashtag backfire Trump, I have been tweeting out a number of Colin Flaherty's wonderful videos and his website, whitegirlbleedalot.com, and Don't Make the Black Kids Angry, and various other things to show to President Trump, and I hope he sees these, that what he needs to tackle is black on everybody crime and quit quit babbling about the Second Amendment. It's not a Second Amendment issue. It's a black crime issue. And the only president that I'm aware of that has ever tackled a black crime issue has been President Bill Clinton. And what's funny is when he was attacked by Black Lives Matter in Philadelphia for that, he put them in their place. Unfortunately, the poor guy apologized the next day. But what we need is we need a president willing to admit that the ghetto does not need $100 billion in infrastructure. The ghetto needs the National Guard to crack down on it and clean the criminal element out, which is holding the rest of the people prisoner.